Greetings from Johannesburg. My heart is so full just to be a witness of the generosity of everybody, not only in South Africa but in the whole world, where people are coming together, giving of themselves, giving financially, just giving whatever they can to try and help those who are battling. And it just gives me so much hope for the future when we can all work together collectively like this. So today we are celebrating a new moon in Taurus. And it's just so interesting because a month ago when we went into lockdown, we had the moon in Taurus, and we were talking about Taurus and being the fixed earth sign where we have to just stop and stand still and get used to it. And here we are almost a month later, and we can kind of reassess and look at our lives and see what we want to change, what we want to leave behind, and what we want to take forward with us. Because a new moon is always about planting new seeds and new intentions, and having a look at what you value in life and how you want to take that forward with you. So the Taurus also rules the throat area, and I want to bring in a pranayamic breath called Ujjayi into the yoga practice today, because it's very much around the throat area where the energy will be concentrated. So what it is it makes a sound like the ocean. You make a sound with your throat. It's not a loud sound, it's a sound that only you, and if a person was sitting next to you, could hear. And what it does is it helps to warm the body from the inside, and also helps you to direct your mind and focus inwards. And therefore, anything that helps us to direct the focus inwards helps to quieten the mind. So the other name for this breath is called the victorious breath, and the reason for that would be it brings you to victory by helping you to master yourself. Anything that quietens the mind is actually a way of mastering yourself, because it is the mind that should not be our masters. It should be our hearts and our souls that should be guiding us. Our minds should just be used as a tool to help us get wherever we're going. So just to give you more description around this breath, is you're going to be breathing in through the nostrils, and just to demonstrate, I want you to exhale out the mouth, so it feels like if you had a mirror in front of you, you'd be blowing your breath onto that mirror. So that is the sound it would make, but you will be breathing in and exhaling out of the nostrils only. So you'll be making that sound with your mouth closed, if that makes any sense. So it's a slight closing of the glottis, but whatever you do, don't allow yourself to create any tension in the throat area. It is a very subtle and gentle pressure, and an energetic kind of a thing that's going on, as opposed to a physical forced thing. Okay, so nostril breathing only, making that sound only if it feels comfortable. And as always, only do what feels comfortable today, and remember, yoga is not only for flexible people. There's always an option to take it one step back and work within the range of your own body. So just to loosen up the neck a little bit, we're going to drop our chins into our chest. You're going to inhale, and you bring your head over to the left, looking up at the sky, but don't crunch into the back of your neck. Close your eyes. And as you exhale, just letting that Ujjayi breath start in the back of your throat as you bring your chin down again. So you're going to do 3 more like that. So it's inhale as you take your head back nice and slowly. And as you exhale, you're going to continue with that circular motion of the neck, keeping the shoulders as soft as possible. 2 more. And as you do your last one, really listen to the sounds that your neck is making. Those little sounds. And then bring the chin back up. We're going to do the other side in a moment. You're going to take your hands forward, and you're going to walk your hands forward as far as you can go, reaching your fingertips. If you can't bring your chest all the way down to the ground, that's absolutely fine. Just do what you can. Feel the stretch in the back. Feel the parts of your body touching the ground. Taurus is very much about the earth energy, so let the earth support you. And you're going to walk your hands back, take your hands behind you, fingertips behind you. You're going to lift the hips off the floor, lift the chest, open the chest. Inhale, release. Now turn your hands the other way, fingers facing forward, so that we can warm up the wrists nicely. Stretching open those shoulders, lifting those hips. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to take your whole body over to the left, reaching your fingers over. Inhale back to the center, and exhale, whole body over to the right. Come back up, and you're going to change your foot position. Hands back onto your knees, your palms can face upwards. We're going to again inhale, and as you exhale, using your Ujjayi breath, drop your chin into your chest. Now take your head over to the right to begin, and just explore the spaces in your neck as you slowly take your head around. So you're drawing a circle with your chin, listening to the little crunching sounds and feeling. What does it feel like? Does it feel a little more tense on the left or the right? We tend to hold a lot of resistance in our neck, resistance to life, resistance to moving forward. Let's do one more like that. And gently bring your head back to center and breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to take your hands forward again. Stretch yourself long. Reach your fingertips as far away from your sit bones as you can. Walk your hands back. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips face forward, and once again you're going to lift those hips off the floor. Open the chin slightly, but don't drop the head too far back. Now see if you can stretch the skin across the chest. And then lower. You're going to change your hand position and lift again. And release. Breathe in, and as you breathe out this time, take it over to the right first. Reach long, and then over to the left. And back to center. Right, and then just stretch out the legs, breathe in, take the arms up, and as you breathe out, extend forward, rounding your spine, rolling up, inhale, reach the arms up again, and exhale forward. Flex the feet as you do this, inhale. Now point the toes, and you can round your back and just let it be a nice indulgent movement as you come forward. One more flex. And then come back up, and you're going to reach for the left heel, bring the left heel into the groin, bring the hands next to you and just lift yourself up. Again, just using this to not only warm your wrists, but to plant those sit bones into the earth. And then we're going to take our hands onto our shoulders, and we are going to bring our elbows together in front of us. Flex the foot so that you almost want the heel to come off the floor. And you're going to take those elbows back, and you want to touch them behind you. And then you're going to bring them up to the sky, and then feel the lengthening from the tips of the elbows down to the waist. Now bring the tips of the elbows forward in front of you. So you're really circling into those shoulders. As you bring your elbows back, I want you to feel like you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. Hesitate there, and then take the arms up, reaching the elbows away from the hip bones, and then bring it forward. Touch those elbows together. Now you're going to start bringing it forward as you do the circular motion with the shoulders. Bring it forward, touch those elbows down to the waist and up, and squeeze behind and take it as far forward as you can. Take those elbows as close to the knee as you can. Now bring those elbows behind you, and you're going to just squeeze, 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 head in line with the spine, squeeze, squeeze, and then take the hands behind your back, interlace them, inhale, and as you exhale, come as far forward as you can, bringing, doesn't matter if you can't bring the forehead onto the chin, it's not the purpose of yoga. The purpose of yoga is just awareness of where the body is holding on, where the body might be letting go. And as you do this, I want you to just press into the left leg, pressing it into the ground, and that can also help you come a little bit deeper into this. And you're going to hold it here, and you're going to inhale, bend your knee, and as you exhale, press the back of your knee into the ground. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. And it doesn't matter if you can't straighten that knee, it really doesn't. What matters is your awareness, and release the arms. Now take the hands onto the ball of the foot, lift those elbows high, flatten out that chest, open up the heart, inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can take it a little bit further. And then take 4 nice, lovely, long Ujjayi breaths here. Breathing in, listening to the sound of the breath, the sound like the ocean, and as you breathe out, that lovely sound, and it's so calming. And just direct that breath into the hamstring or wherever you feel really tight. Might just be the lower back even. 2 more breaths. Relax the shoulders, elbows now down to the ground. And now you can start to round over that leg. You don't have to keep a straight back anymore. Just round it. Let the body calm as you come into your forward bend. And then release that foot and come back up. And you're going to come onto your elbow, but make sure that your elbow is now in line with your right sit bone. Palm is facing down, so your forearm is going to support your weight as you lift your hips off the floor and reach your arm over and press into that forearm and stretch open the rib cage, open up the chest, open up the hip, the front of the hip, and gently release back. And you are now going to turn so that you're facing your bent knee. So you're facing the left knee, and you're going to take your left arm up. You're going to breathe in, flex your foot, and as you breathe out, you're going to bring your right shoulder down towards your right thigh and reach as far as you can into the space on the side by your toe, and then sweep that hand around, all the way around, so that now your arm is in line with your bent knee. You're going to bring it up again. Inhale, exhale, over to the side again, and sweep it around slowly. Inhale up, exhale over to the side, feeling that stretch in the waist as you come forward, the stretch in the back. Come up again. Inhale, exhale over, shoulder to thigh, reach around and forward and up. Inhale, exhale. Now you're going to stay here, and you're going to bring your hand to your shoulder, left hand to left shoulder, and extend that arm. Inhale, left hand to left shoulder and extend. And again, left hand to left shoulder and extend and reach and hold it there. Now see if you can relax your right shoulder a little bit more so that you are massaging into the right side of the waist, into the liver area. That's why we often feel a little nauseous after a class, especially if it's our first few. And then bring the arm back up, place the hand next to the hip this time. Bring it nice and close to the hip so that when you lift the hip off the ground, your shoulder is above your left wrist, and reach over with your right arm, and again lift those hips out and just celebrate that beautiful opening in your body. And then come all the way down, and you're going to reach forward underneath the ankle, and you're going to lift that knee, and you're going to bring that leg up. And you're going to hold it here, and you're just going to circle the ankle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then take it the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it pointed and bring that leg as close to your chest as you can. Again, you do have the option of bending that knee if the hamstring's very tight, but try and keep your chest as open and your back as straight as possible. Rather keep your back straight than round into the shoulders. Then you're going to bend that knee and you're going to take your 2 fingers onto that toe and take your hand to the side and just lift up that leg, come onto the elbow and extend your leg out. Now you need to prop yourself up on that forearm. So check that your elbow is underneath your shoulder, and you're going to slightly roll so that you're on the back of your buttock and not on a bone. And you're going to flex the foot that's in the air and extend the toes of the lower leg. And now you're going to suck in that belly so that you're also contracting into the rib cage. And you're going to pull those hips into the hip socket. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to bring that leg up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. And remember your Ujjayi breathing, and you're doing it really nice and slowly. Just keep that strong contraction in the navel. 6, 7, and 8. And just hold it there. And if you can, point both toes and release, and just hold there, and pull that rib cage in. Don't sink into the shoulder. I almost caught myself doing it there. And you're going to bend your knees, and you're going to bring the soles of the feet together and just gently release. Right, and so we do the other side. Extend the left leg, now pulling the right heel into the groin. Bring the hands underneath you and just lift up, and then plant yourself firmly onto the earth. And just feel that lovely support of the earth as you do this. You're going to bring your hands onto your shoulders, and again, you're going to bring the elbows behind you, and I want you to feel like you're squeezing that pencil. Bring it up and bring the elbows up to the sky, lengthening the elbows away from the waist. Then bring the elbows together in front of you and bring it down and squeeze them into the waist. And again, just hesitate here as you squeeze that imaginary pencil between the shoulder blades. Bring it up and bring those elbows together and down. Now you can start the forward bend as you bend from the hips, and you bring the arms as close together behind you, and then lengthen them up to the sky, and then bring the elbows down, touch them. Inhale and take it a little bit further now, and circle up to the sky. Bring those elbows right down to the knee now, and then lift them up, and you're just going to hold them there, and you're going to imagine that you're squeezing that pencil, squeezing it, squeezing it, squeezing it, squeezing it, squeezing it, and then you're going to release your arms and hold it here and take your chest down as far as you can. At this point in time, you're keeping your head in line with your spine. You're going to inhale, bend that knee slightly, exhale, push through the heel. Ankle is flexed. Inhale, bend, exhale, extend. Inhale, bend, extend. Inhale, bend, and extend. Pushing through that heel, pulling the toes back. Feel the navel in the spine and that pressing of the outside of the right leg into the ground as you come a little bit further forward. And then take your arms forward, holding onto the ball of your foot. Lift your elbows up, open the chest, inhale, and as you exhale, take it a little deeper. Now go into that Ujjayi breathing, nice and slow, making the sound of the ocean with your breath. And let that take you deeper. Feel as if you're a witness to where your body is fighting against this pose. And just make peace with that. And then lower your elbows down to the ground and come all the way forward. Now you can slowly lower your head down onto that knee or wherever you can reach, and it really doesn't matter how far you go. This is your own very personal journey. And then come back up. Now you're going to place your right elbow onto the ground, right elbow under the right shoulder. Take that left arm up and lift those hips and reach those fingers away from the toes. Press into the forearm and keep lifting those hips. Open up right into the armpit. Stay with your Ujjayi breathing. And then release it down. Come back up. Flex your foot again and turn, placing your left hand onto your right knee. Just before you do that, just check that you've got those sit bones planted onto the earth. And you're going to take your right arm up. You're going to inhale, keep that shoulder down, and as you exhale, lower your left elbow down towards your thigh. Inhale, and as you exhale, take it all the way down. And now you're going to scoop it around, all the way around, until it's in line with the bent knee. Then bring it up again. Inhale, exhale over and around. Inhale up and exhale over and around. Inhale up and exhale over. One more. You're going to take it around, reaching into the space in front of you. Come back up again. Inhale. This time exhale, take it over and stay here. Now you're opening up the right side of the body, massaging into the left. Take your right hand onto your shoulder. Inhale, and as you exhale, extend that arm over. Keep flexing the toes. Inhale, bend, and exhale, extend, and see if you can use that arm to bring a little bit more weight into your lateral bend, anchoring the body down towards that side. Inhale, touch that shoulder, and exhale, extend. And inhale and touch that shoulder, and exhale, extend, and just hold it here and release any tension in the shoulders and feel what's happening in the waist, in the right side there. Lovely, lovely opening. You're going to pull your navel into your spine to help you come up. Now place the flat of your hand behind you, point your toe and lift up over into your stretch, opening up that armpit, lift your face to the sky. And release the tailbone down to the floor, bending into your extended leg. You're going to take the right leg up and hold behind, the left leg up, holding behind that ankle, shoulders down, and you're going to warm up into that ankle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now bring that leg as close to you as you can, keeping your chest as open as you can. Don't let the shoulders start creeping up into the ears. And then you're going to change the position, taking hold of the toes, placing your hand onto the ground, and slowly start to slide that leg underneath, coming down onto your elbow. And now you're going to roll back slightly so that you're not on the hip bone. And you're going to flex the foot of the leg in the air and point the toe of the lower leg. Now suck in those abs, lift the pelvic floor, but try and keep the chest open. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to bring that leg up, and inhale, lower. Exhale, up. So remember, we are working on our Ujjayi breath, so come back to that Ujjayi breath. And you're going to hold it here now. Point both toes and just balance there, feeling how your core is helping to support this entire position. You're lifting up out of the chest, you're not collapsing into that back shoulder. And then slowly, with control, bring the soles of the feet together and come back into Baddha Konasana, also known as the butterfly, and just give it a little bit of give those wings a little bit of a shake. And then we're going to change position, coming onto your hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. You're going to extend the right leg out behind you. And just make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, and plant your hands into the ground by spreading your fingers and getting all four corners of your hands onto the floor. Now just notice that your hips are parallel, so you're not collapsing into the one side, and you want to keep that feeling of parallel. And you're going to inhale into your cow, so you drop the belly, lift the chin, and as you exhale, you're going to round up into the cat. So this is modified because you've got one leg extended out behind you, and you're going to inhale. Think of a cow, how the belly is dropped, the head is lifted, and as you exhale into your cat, you round your spine up to the sky, tuck your chin. Now press the shin, the top of the left foot into the ground as you push into your hands and you lift that knee, feeling the shoulders and the arm muscles activate, and making sure that your right quadricep is also engaged, your right thigh muscle. Inhale, release back into your cow, drop that belly. Exhale, now round it up. You're going to tuck that pelvis, bring the forehead towards the hips, and you're going to lift up even higher this time. Pushing your weight a little bit further back, not all the way, just a little bit further. Inhale, release into your cow. Exhale, round it up, press into the top of that foot and take it even further this time. Inhale, release. Exhale, and take it as far as you can this time and hold it here, stretching into that right Achilles. And now it's a really nice time to use that Ujjayi breath. Now, for those of you that are new to yoga, you don't want to take your left leg up into the air. You want to rather keep your feet together like that. For those of you that want to take your left leg into the air, you're going to take that left leg up, open up the hip, bring the chest through the arms, and you're going to bring your knee between your elbows, rounding into your spine, tucking your chin. So it's inhale, take that leg up, try and use your Ujjayi breath now, and knee into the forehead, strong right thigh, and inhale, open that hip as much as you can, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and hold it here. Keep rounding the spine, tuck the chin, and you're going to step that foot forward. You're going to drop your back heel onto the ground. Keep your right knee bent, left knee bent, left knee in line with the left heel. You're going to reverse cartwheel your hands into reverse warrior. Now find that right ankle, right angle for that front leg as you reach your fingers up to the sky, and drop your right shoulder down, and then bring your arms parallel to the floor, palms facing down, into warrior two. lengthening your back fingers away from your front fingers, stacking your shoulders above your hips and pressing into the balls of both feet, feeling the arches lift. So the feet are really active. You've got that beautiful connection with the earth. Now, straighten your front leg. Lift your thighs. Feel as if you're lifting your knees. Soften those shoulders and now start to reach into that space in front of you, keeping that back arm active. Taking the hand onto the inside of your ankle. Turn to face the same way your palms of your hands are facing. And then press into that hand behind you so you really open up the right shoulder. Bring the fingers back up to the sky and put the hand onto the hip. Now, bending into your front knee, you're going to step your back foot forward and place your left hand, fingertips, just gently touching the ground. If you can't reach the ground, you're going to bend your left knee or you're going to place your hand onto a block. And you're going to slowly start to extend both legs if you can. And you're going to really open your right hip so that your knee looks up at the sky. You're pointing your toes. Now pull the toes back so you're pointing through the ball of your foot. When you're ready, take your right arm up. And for those of you who can, you're going to turn your head. Now use your core to help stabilize. Turn your head to look up at your fingertips. Holding it there for a moment. Feeling all parts of the body active, reaching. And then slowly bend into your front knee. Bring your right knee into the body as if you're going into a crouch. Take both hands onto the floor and hook your right knee onto the outside of your left knee and place the right shin onto the floor and turn to face the side of your mat so that you're in a semi-bull position and walk your hands forward. And again, some of you might still be up here, and that is absolutely fine. The question is, are you feeling the stretch? Where are you feeling the stretch? Is it comfortable? Is it uncomfortable? If it's painful, take it one step back. Learn to listen and speak and have a conversation with your body so that you can know what it's telling you. Bring your hands back to the front of your mats and you're going to come back into that position, turning your front foot to face the front of the mat and stepping the other foot behind you. This time you only have a leg's length from the back of the heel to the back of the heel behind you. And you're going to slowly come forward, bending into your front knee. And you're going to take your right hand onto the outside of your left foot. So you're bending your left knee, and you bring your weight onto your left foot, and you're slowly going to start to lift the right leg. Now, make sure that your right knee is looking at the floor. So you don't have an open hip for this at all. Your hips are absolutely square. Come onto the fingertips of the right hand, and you're going to twist around, slowly lifting that elbow. And when you can, if you can, you're going to take that arm up, and then you point through the ball of your foot again. Now lifting up out of those shoulders and using your core to help stabilize the entire posture. You can really feel that left leg is working, the stretch in the left leg, that challenge. And then turn your head to face the floor. You're going to bend into your front knee and take a wide step back. Reverse cartwheel. Into your reverse warrior. And then cartwheel your hands back on either side of your front foot. Turn your right hip to face the mat and step your feet back so that you're in a plank, squeezing your inner thighs together, activating your quads. Inhale. And as you exhale, you slowly, you're going to bring your elbows into your waist. Hover just a moment and then take it all the way to the floor. Stretch the arms out in front of you. Place the fingertips underneath you, forehead onto the fingertips, shoulders down. Now you're going to press into the top of your left foot so that your left knee comes off the floor. Your left quad is active. Because if you're pressing on the top of your left foot, your left quad will be active, your left knee off the floor. Now lift the right, won't come up high. You don't want to roll onto the side of the hip, and you point that toe and you lift the right knee off the floor. Lower that leg. Now press the top of the right foot into the floor. Let the right knee come off the floor. Engage the right quad. And now extend the left leg out behind you, toe pointed. And lower. Same thing again. Press the top of the left foot into the floor. Lift the left knee off the floor. Take the right leg off the floor and now extend the arms out in front of you. Release. Press the top of the right foot into the ground. Let your right knee come off the floor. Engage the right quad. Extend the left leg off the floor. And as long as you're not feeling it in your lower back, you can lift the upper body as well. Inhale, lower. If you didn't feel that in your back, exhale, you can lift everything off the floor and just hold it there. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Now bring the arms around and interlace the hands behind you. Lift the chest. Release the hands underneath the shoulders. Breathe in. Drag the hands back so that your hands are under your shoulders, knees under your hips, round the spine, tuck the chin, pressing into the tops of the feet, lift the knees off the floor. Inhale into cat, exhale into cow. You can put the knees on the floor if you want to, into cat, into cow and now into cat. Lower the knees to the floor and stretch it back. Stretch the arms forward and just take drop the elbows to the floor and just take a moment to get your breath. Just feel the energy in the body is so different now. You've activated all the muscles. There's a feeling of life spreading through you, coming from the heart center. Your body is alive from the heart through the limbs to the fingertips and the toes. And there is a different level of awareness just from doing these few minutes of yoga. That shift of the mind into a more quiet space. And then slowly come back up. This time you're going to extend your left leg out behind you, keeping your right knee bent. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Spread those fingers wide. This is your foundation. It needs to be strong. Hips are level and in line. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to round into the spine. Inhale, just release it. Dropping the belly. We'll do 2 without lifting the knee off the floor. Exhale, round. And remember, lifting the knee off the floor is optional. If you find this a challenge as it is, you can just continue doing this. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can take that knee off the floor. And you might feel that you want to bring your arms slightly back before you take your knee off the floor again. Inhale into your cow. And exhale into cat. Round the spine. Tuck the pelvis. Now lift a little higher. Taking the weight slightly back towards that back heel. Inhale, release. Exhale. Now you're going to take it a little higher. Even further. Deeper stretch in that Achilles. Inhale, release. Gracefully come out of it. Remember to use your Ujjayi breath if you aren't already. Round the spine up, and now you take it as high as you can. Pushing into those hands. Then, option to either place the foot next to the other one or to take that leg up into the air behind you, opening that hip, pointing that toe. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring the knee between the arms.
strong left quadricep now. Shoulder rounding into the upper back. Inhale, take the leg up. Open the chest, square it off down to the mat. Exhale as you come forward. Strong, tucked pelvis, tucked chin. Inhale, open that hip. Lift that leg as high in the sky as it'll go. And exhale and bring it forward. Tuck the chin and the pelvis. Inhale and up. The next one, you're going to bring the leg all the way through, step the foot between the hands. Just hover here for a moment. And step that foot. Drop the back heel to the floor. Check that your knee is in line with your toes. You gracefully reverse cartwheel, taking your right hand up to the sky. Inhale, Ujjayi breath as you drop that left shoulder, melt it down towards that back leg. Now let the feet wake up, lift those toes, plant them into the floor. Inhale, as you exhale, feel the core engage, flatten out the ribcage to bring yourself into warrior two. Reach your back arm way behind you. Let that chest be open. Start to straighten your front leg, turn your palms to face the side of your mat. Inhale, and as you exhale, take yourself into a nice wide triangle. Now press your hand into the inside of that ankle and open up that shoulder. Take it behind you, pressing the back of the hand into the space behind you. Active, everything is active. You're lifting those knees. You're pressing the balls of the toes into the floor. Turn your head to look at the mat and place your left hand onto your left hip. Bend into your front knee and slowly take your weight forward as you plant your right fingertips onto the floor and start to bring that leg up and open up that hip. Open up the shoulder as you take the fingertips up to the sky. Now point through the ball of the foot as you pull your toes back. So you point first, then you pull only the toes back. Flatten out the core, rib cage, core supporting the entire structure of this asana. Chandrasana, the moon, this is called the half moon, perfect to do at the time of new moon. And just stay there for a moment. Keep opening that hip. The knee looks up at the sky. Whoops! I really hope that you did better than me at that one. Anyway, it isn't about being able to hold a balance. It's about being patient with yourself and accepting that you're not perfect, but that you're trying. Now you're going to bend into that front knee and you're going to bring that back knee, bending that back knee, hook it behind the front knee. And you're going to come down onto your tailbone. And you're going to turn to face the other side of your mat now. Inhale into your semi-bull, and you're going to walk your hands forward. Deep breath in and Ujjayi breath, and just stay there with your Ujjayi breathing. Listening to the sound of the ocean that you're making with your own throat. Slowly walk the hands back. Turn to face the front of the mat, placing the sole of the foot onto the mat and gently come out of it. Place your foot behind you so that your back hip is slightly externally rotated, back foot slightly turned out. And you're slowly going to take your weight onto your front foot, and as you do so, you're going to lift your back foot off the floor. Now turn your knee to look at the floor. Again, you just on the fingertips. Lift the toes of the front foot to help ground as you press them into the floor. And then twist, placing your right hand onto your right hip. And when you are ready to extend that arm up, pointing to the ball of the left toe with left foot. Fingers reaching up to the sky, soft shoulders but strong belly, strong core. Bend the right knee slightly if you need to. There's too much strain there. You're slowly going to release that hand back to the floor. Bend into the front knee and take a very wide step back. Heel to the floor as you come back into your reverse warrior. Bending into your 90-degree angle of your front knee. Soften that back shoulder and reach a little further behind you now if you can. And then cartwheel your hands down to the mat. You're going to step that foot back into a downward dog and just walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. And then come down onto the knees. And you're going to turn around. Lie flat on your back. Knees apart, soles of the feet together. Hands behind the head, elbows in peripheral vision. So your elbows aren't up here. And you're going to keep your knees as relaxed as you can. If this is extremely uncomfortable for you, just bring the soles of your feet onto the floor. Let your knees point up to the sky. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to come up, and you want to feel like you want to kiss the sky. So you're not bringing your chin forward, but you're rather lifting your chest up to the sky, lifting your forehead up to the sky. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Just try and keep your lower body relaxed for now. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And again, you can be using your Ujjayi breathing, making that lovely sound of the ocean in the back of your throat. Just calms down the entire nervous system when you do that. Let's do 4 more of these. Now lower, inhale. Exhale again up, inhale, lower. Now this time you're going to imprint your lower back into the floor. So your knees might come up a little, but that's okay. Inhale, lower. Exhale, now keep your neutral. Inhale, lower. Exhale, now imprint. And I want you to use all your core muscles, not your feet, not your hip flexors. Inhale. Exhale, neutral, chest lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, now imprints. Inhale. Exhale, neutral. Try to keep those shoulders relaxed. Now imprint again, checking in that you're not using your feet, you're not using your hip flexors. Inhale, exhale, neutral. Inhale, exhale, lower back goes into the floor as you imprint, flattening out those abdominals. Inhale, and now neutral. Inhale. Now something a little bit different. You're going to squeeze your feet together and you're going to lift your pelvis off the floor and you're going to lift your chest up. So it's inhale, lower everything. Exhale, squeeze your feet together, chest lift. Lift the tailbone as high as it'll go. So you're still not bringing your chin into your chest. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale. So there's a very strong contraction in the rib cage, in the core. The pelvic floor is lifting. You're squeezing those feet together so that you're using inner thighs, activating those inner thighs really strongly. Let's do 3 more. Stay with your Ujjayi breathing. 2 more. 1 more. And hold it here. Hold it here and pulse it up and pulse the upper body as well. Hips and upper body together. Pulse, pulse, and you can still continue to do your Ujjayi breathing as you do this. Now you should start feeling a really strong burning sensation in the belly, getting a lovely fire going there. And then release it. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring 1 knee at a time into your chest. And just to release the inner thighs, you're going to extend, hold onto your toes and extend your legs out to the side and just gently rock from side to side. And again, if your knees are bent, it's absolutely fine. You're still going to be getting a lovely stretch. try and keep your upper body really soft as you just massage into the spine. Lovely massage. And then bring the heels together and extend your legs out in front of you, arms behind you. Interlace your hands. Now let your lower back come off the floor. Point your toes, and I want you to feel a stretch into your rib cage so that all those muscles between your vertebrae are having a good stretch. Feel the stretch across the belly. Flex the feet. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to bring your arms down next to your body. Palms are facing upwards, and then just move your feet away from each other. Just getting yourself ready for your savasana, your corpse pose. So a corpse would be passive, completely passive. So give yourself permission to just do nothing for the next 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, for however long you feel that you need to be passive for. So I'm going to take you into a guided meditation. If you wish, join me. We start off with coming back to our Ujjayi breathing. Just check in that you're not creating any tension around the chest area as you do your Ujjayi breathing. I want you to imagine, as you make the sound of the ocean, that you're actually lying on the beach on a beautiful, warm day. Your body feels exerted and energized. You can just imagine that you've just been for a really beautiful swim. And now it is time for you to just relax. Taking deep breaths in and long, slow breaths out. And then at some point in time, relax your throat completely so that you return to a normal breathing where there is absolutely no effort required at all. And just take a step out of yourself, outside of yourself for a moment, watching your body. Watching your belly moving up and down as you breathe in and out. And for a moment just feel what it is that is breathing you. Where is that breath coming from? Where is that miracle? How miraculous it is that we just breathe. And how wonderful it is that we are able to breathe this wonderful fresh air into our lungs. Just notice how each breath is a miracle in itself. And imagine you can hear the sound of the ocean as the waves come in and the waves go out. And every time the waves come towards you, breaking on the shore, it is as if Mother Earth is offering you a gift. And every time the sea pulls back into itself, it is drawing away from you all that is negative, wasteful, fearful, anxious. And as your body becomes more relaxed in this beautiful place that you're in, notice how some emotions may arise. And notice what they are. You might be feeling really joyful and peaceful today. Or maybe underneath, the tension in your body that you may just have released through your yoga, there might be fear, especially around security, safety, or maybe it's something else, something deeper. Try not to get attached to any of those feelings, rather be the observer, allowing those thoughts to pass. And notice that those thoughts, when you are calm, hover just above the physical body. Perhaps those thoughts are not who you are. Perhaps those thoughts are a manifestation of your own mind. And even though some of those thoughts and those fears may be very well justified, are they serving you? Are they helping the situation? Are they keeping you open enough to see new possibilities? Are they enhancing your resourcefulness, your hidden talents? Are those fears, those emotions standing in your way? Of what you could ultimately, or what could be ultimately possible? If there are any of these thoughts that you would like to surrender and send back into the ocean as it pulls back into itself to be transmuted into beautiful light, this is the time for you to do that. So use the next few moments to allow those thoughts and emotions that are not serving you to be let go of, to be handed over, to be gifted back into the earth as the sea in its retracting motion withdraws any negativity from you. The sea who has the power to restore the natural equilibrium in your body that is 70% water. And as you hand over those burdens, feel the space that has been created in your energy field. Take your awareness to your heart and place any new intention intentions that you would like to seed. And imagine that you're able to plant them and water them with positive reinforcement, whether it be through action but make it be conscious action to help manifest those seeds that you're planting into the most beautiful possibilities. Visualize what you would like to manifest as manifesting and unfolding itself on a screen in front of your mind. Relax the mind for a moment. And then come back to that image, just to entrench it in your subconscious. May it remain and grow with the love and light of your best and highest intentions and everything that is good, together with your faith and conscious positive reinforcement. Gently let that go and come back into your body, feeling your body supported, earthed, grounded, the sky resting gracefully on your face. You sandwiched between the spiritual and the physical. As you step back into your conscious awareness of your body. Just noticing the sounds around you. Sound of your breath. The sound of you perhaps swallowing, coming fully back into the body, and then gently rub your thumb over each fingertip. And then take your arms behind you and stretch as if you had just awoken from a beautiful, long, restful sleep filled with the most abundant dreams. And then bring your knee right knee into your chest, and then let your left knee follow. Holding onto your knees, give yourself a big hug. And just feel that self-love and gratification. And allow each cell of your body to be filled with gratitude for all that you have, the things that are free in life, that don't cost money. Simple things like being able to breathe, walk, feel. And then when you are ready to roll over onto your right side, coming up into a seated position. Bring your hands into prayer at your heart center. Lift your crown up to the sky, showing your faith in all that is, the Creator, your support,
however, whichever you may perceive that to be, but it is there for you always. Feel that you are grounded into the earth, all your intentions, so that everything that you place in your path consciously may be manifested with love and abundance. Thank you. Namaste.